Welcome to the Tap and Barrel at the Vancouver Convention Centre, where the legacy of the 2010 Olympics runs deep. I'm Jan Zeschky of Brewed Awakening at theprovince.com/beer, and I'm here to try another of BC's delicious craft beers. This building wouldn't even be here had Vancouver not won its bid to host the 2010 Winter Olympics. Today, the Convention Centre hosts numerous venues, but for the beer lover, the place to be is the Tap and Barrel. What was the centre of the sporting world in 2010 is now a hub for some of the finest flavours the province has to offer. That includes 35 taps of all BC craft beer, as well as 20 taps of BC wine and a wide-ranging gastropub menu that sources many ingredients locally. So let's go see what's pouring today.
Nice to see you again, Jan. Last time, very good, man. Last time we had you down at the Olympic Village Tap and Barrel location. Today we're going to do some tasting at the Tap and Barrel Convention Center. Okay. You've seen the main part of the restaurant. Right now we are in our private tasting room, so let's get tasting.
Great, and I understand you've got some winter ales for me.
Definitely. Today we're going to start you off with the Howe Sound Winter Ale of Father John's. It's a great drop, great Christmas spices to it, warm you up on a nice winter day. So let's get to it.
Okay, great. Sounds like Christmas pudding in a glass.
Fantastic. Hey guys, a couple of Father John Winter Ales.
Thank you. Awesome.
Enjoy.
Thank you, Peter. All right, well, I'm delighted to be joined here by Dave Fenn. He's the co-owner of Howe Sound Brewing, which makes the Father John's Winter Ale. Thanks for joining us, Dave.
Good to be here.
I understand that Father John's was named after John Mitchell, who was your first brewer at Howe Sound.
That's right. Back in the early 90s, we worked for a couple of years with John. He helped us get started and went around and looked at a bunch of different sites for a brewery with us, and became our first brewmaster in Squamish at Howe Sound Brewing.
Great. So he really inspired this beer?
That's right. I mean, when we started, we really started as an English ale house, and that was John's background, comes from England, and he brought a lot of his initial recipes with him.
Okay.
And so we did a lot of beers in the English style, a bitter, a mild at the time. And our first seasonal beer in about 1997 was a winter warmer, and that's where Father John's Winter Ale came from.
Nice, okay. And has it changed much over the years, or is it still very much to...
I would say this is a beer that has stayed very much like it was back then. I remember it was our first spice beer that we did back in 1997, and I think at the time it was a beer that we thought, oh God, are people going to drink this? Are they going to enjoy that sort of spice flavor? Because there wasn't a lot of spice beers around then.
And it's obviously been very popular.
It was. Yeah. It was. We were really amazed at the. It was our first sort of experience with sort of the seasonal product getting out onto the shelf, and boy, it just took off. You could see in over a couple of months of sales, it just. Really exploded. Nice. So, yeah.
Okay, well, let's take a whiff here. I mean, I'm getting some lovely kind of honey. Let's get a lot of honey from that, even kind of a bit of brandy. Yeah. You got a lot of ginger there, maybe a bit of nutmeg, some anise. So what is the spice bill for this? What are the spices that go in?
First off, there's a lot of malt. It's a 7% beer, so you get a lot of sort of a malt backbone in that beer. But as far as spices goes, it's, there's 6 or 7 in there. A lot of cinnamon, nutmeg. We use treacle in that beer. Some vanilla, yellow sugar. So quite a broad range of things built on sort of that winter warmer style.
Okay, well, let's take a sip then.
Yeah.
Oh, that's lovely. Just lovely and rich and warming.
Yeah.
Get a little bit of chocolate notes in there as well. I'm finding, yeah. And but really smooth and not too sweet either. You say there's treacle in there, but it's really nicely balanced. And it's just singing with all these different spices, but it's lovely.
Yeah.
It's a real kind of what I would call a pipe and slippers beer.
Yeah, that for sure.
One for the fireside. All right, well, thanks for joining us, Dave, from the Tap and Barrel Convention Centre with the Howe Sound Father John's Winter Ale. I'm Jan Zeschky of the province. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.